Testing, testing. We are testing. Somebody please test me for me. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's stream. Welcome to tonight's stream. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm double checking actually, and I see a cable that I don't like back there, and I see we left these green. I mean red instead of green, but whatever. We'll change that when we do the special feature on them. Welcome everybody to tonight's stream, and a very happy Thursday to everybody. My name is Alex. This is the Chrissy and Alex channel on Amazon Live. It's the Gaming Weez channel on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Instagram. We're coming to you live today here from the East Coast of the US, where for the next hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to talk the best deals in tech and games. So whether you like computers, consoles, headsets, keyboards, mouses, microphones, we're going to talk about it all. Then we're also going to talk a little bit about games, tabletop and video games. There's some big news today in particular when it comes to D&D, when it comes to Magic the Gathering, and when it comes to Wingspan / Wormspan. We'll talk about that. Plus, we have a big deal, as we say it here, a big deal going on today for Lego. Because who does not like a nice red rose? Will you accept this rose? Oh, I know it's itchy. Hold on. So we're gonna probably build a Lego tonight. Maybe do some D&D and talk about some big games, some big dells. So please join me in the chat. Let me know what brings you in. How you doing tonight? How was your Thursday and Wednesday? We were not on yesterday. We were not because I was taking care of the big guys. The big guys were quite large and in charge. And today I'm really excited about today. We got a nice show in the making. So please join in. Again, tell me what you're up to, what brings you in, what are you shopping for tonight, and what are your plans for Easter weekend if you celebrated or just the weekend period. We still will be on tomorrow, no worries. We'll be on tomorrow for more. But I'm excited. I'm excited. We've got you know what? Let me move this up here. There it is. So we've got a new goal for tonight. We're gonna try to be putting different goals every different nights to see what we can do, if we can reach any of them. Today we got 20 packs on Streamloot. Can we do it? We will see. What else? Yeah, we've got a lot. So I obviously, because this big Lego is on deal today, it's a really nice one too. We're probably going to be building a little bit of the tiny plants. Something is vibrating around here and I can't see what it is. And we're going to talk about some new stuff. Hope you join me for that. And let's go to the chat. In the chat, we've got the one, the only Terry Quick. What's up, Terry Quick? Welcome to the stream, Terry Quick. Good to see you, Terry Quick. Thank you for being there. Up next, it's Cool Shoppa. Welcome to the stream, Cool Shoppa. Thank you for being here. Very warm welcome to you. We got Pudgy McGee. Welcome to the stream, Pudgy. Pudgy saying, my foot. Anyone got a saw so I can cut off my foot? Oh no, what's going on? Did you twist it or something? Let us know in the chat. How's everybody doing? How are everybody's Thursdays? Hopefully they were good and exciting and revolutionary and like OMG. And OMG. Let us know. We got a lot of great deals tonight that we're going to be talking about here momentarily. Not sharp pain in the heel. Not sharp pain. Now sharp pain in the heel. I wonder, did you twist it? Did you do something to it? Hey, what's up, Julia Williams? Welcome to the stream. I just letting apparently Kirsten tried to get on earlier and had trouble getting on, but I wasn't on. I wasn't on because I was a little bit delayed today. A little bit delayed because it happens. Life happens, guys. Life comes up too fast, and we've got it's been a busy couple of days here. What's up, Holly? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you also. I think I twisted it. I'm sorry. Julia, it was your Thursday. It is Thursday. Yeah, it is Thursday, right? Yeah, it is Thursday. Sometimes I got to kind of like, wait a minute. Is it? Is it or is it? All right. So we're gonna jump straight first into some news. Uh and then I guess we're gonna whoops. What? Oh, there we go. For a second I refreshed the live stream and I couldn't see our chat. So I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right. All right. Let's go. Hold on a second. I'm just double checking. Okay. Huh. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Like for a second, the stream didn't pop up when I refreshed. Sorry about that, guys. But see, there we go. There now we are there. So sorry, because if we're not on the live stream page, that's a little bit of a problem. So sorry about that. All right, so let's do it. So we got some big news today. One of the big ones is this is not available on Amazon yet, but it will. It will. That's why I'm talking about it. Wormspan. We've spoken about this before. Let's go here to this webcam. Wingspan, one of my favorite board games at the moment, has a cousin. We're gonna call it cousin called Wormspan. That is all about dragons. Officially out tomorrow. Let's take a quick look at Wormspan. Wormspan. Where are you, Wormspan? We're gonna go to the actual developers. So Wormspan is actually a really fun game, very similar to sometimes when I jump on to watch Alex, the stream won't work for me at all, and I have to jump on Twitch as Julia. I don't know why that happens. I've seen it happen every now and then. And I remember somebody else once also said that they would jump on and then not be able to see a whole lot. Or that it would freeze. I remember Evans used to have issues. I cannot tell you why. It's one of those where like it happens to some people, not to others. So like it's really hard to troubleshoot. Really hard to troubleshoot on our end. But if that's one of the reasons why we're on in different platforms is should anything go wrong, by all means, feel free to jump on Twitch or Kick or one of the other ones. Let me also welcome here Isabella from Kick. Welcome, Isabella. Thank you for that follow. And Fasima Foxfast, Wormspan, Wormspan, says Fassi the McFastfast. We're excited about that. I don't know if we're gonna get it. I mean, maybe not yet, because we do have Wingspan. For a second, I almost called it Burnspan. So it plays well. It's different. It does play similar, but it is a different game. It's not just dragons. It is a different game, but it's kind of like a cousin. So check it out. Wormspan, spelled with a Y. Wormspan, out tomorrow officially. We'll see if they put it up on officially out here on Amazon tomorrow. They used to have one, but I don't know what happened to it. Now it's not there at the moment. Now, the other news that I wanted to share with you, and let me go ahead and do that. So we're going over here so you guys can see. And we're going to do a little official trailer. This is going to be just a minute and 30 seconds. Official trailer for the Outlaws at Thunder Junction for Magic the Gathering. Remember, guys, we spoke about that those cool new treatments that we saw for the cards with the Wanted poster, kind of giving that Wild Wild West feel to this brand new set. We got Oko making an appearance for the first time in a while. Let's take a look here at the very first I want to make sure that we see it. Hold on. The very first. Okay, that is not it. That is absolutely not it. Let's try that again. Why is it showing so small? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right, here we go, everybody. The 1, the 2, and the 3.
It's good to be wanted. They say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But on Thunder Junction, friends and enemies are one and the same. Being an outlaw is more honest. The chance for power, infamy, and magic puts everyone on the same page. And while you can't trust anyone to watch your back, at least you can pay them too. This is the land of opportunity. And if you take advantage, it has everything you ever wanted.
All right, so guys, there you have a little bit of the treatment for some of the brand new, well, I mean, not new, but these are new cards, but these are not new characters. We got Annie. Vraska is back. We thought Vraska was a goner. Vraska is back, but no longer right now a planeswalker, losing that spark allegedly. And then Oko, the ringleader, also available. Really cool treatments here. And what is looking to be a really cool set. We got a lot of people returning down, not only Vraska. Remember, some of you guys, if anybody follows the story of Magic the Gathering, there was a lot of planeswalkers fell. Sorry, I'm moving my feet. Fell to the Phyrexians, Vraska, Jace, and others. And they're making a mega return. Some without the spark, because that's the only way they were able to come back. So they're no longer planeswalkers, but they are legendary creatures for you to build your commander decks around, or just include them in your 99. We got some really cool treatments, a really cool concept that we haven't done before with the Western theme, all out on April the 19th. And you can already pre-order it here on Amazon. Let's go ahead and take it back here. We're going to go. Magic Thunder Junction, or the what's the official Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Let's go over here so you guys can see everything that's coming. Bum ba bum 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 bum. We go to the web one more time. I know why it was doing that, because I had it on the wrong screen. Duh. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? Anyway, Outlaws of Thunder Junction out officially April 19th. You can pre-order everything here on the Amazons, of course. It's an Outlaws paradise. Whether you're looking for commander decks, you're looking... Oh, we got Pew Pew. Pew Pew.
Boston CFO says Matt Damon.
I agree, Matt Damon. Matt Damon. But why is it showing so funny? Inquiring minds would like to know. Tell me why. I think I moved it back to the middle. I don't know why it wasn't in the middle. Wormspan. So to confirm for those watching, I saw Pudgy said it looked like a Fortnite kind of game. Remember, we're talking about Magic, so it is Magic the Gathering altogether. It's a card game, but every time a new set releases, they do a little trailer for it to get you excited, get you pumped, and give you a little bit of the story behind the set. That's what we just saw. So there won't really be an actual kind of Fortnite-like game. It's the trailer. Now, for all this stuff, again, everything you can pre-order right now here on Amazon. We got more stuff coming soon, but for now, again, here you go. You can see more everything for Thunder Junction available, including play boosters, collector boosters, commander decks, and more. Great deals overall, and you can place that pre-order now. Get that item pre-ordered, get it delivered to your door on a release day or soon after here through Amazon. Now, in terms of deals today for Magic the Gathering, we continue with the same deals that we've had the last couple of days. And they include the starter kit, right? So if you want to learn to play, so maybe, why is this, am I, oh, look, Fossy McFoss was saying hello to Holy. What am I call it? Yeah, if you want to get started with Magic the Gathering, I can teach you how to play Magic right now, right here on stream or any other stream that you would like to join us on. Number two, you can get a starter kit, which is a great way to get into it because you're going to get two decks that are kind of balanced against each other. You can give the other one to your significant other, to your brother, sister, to your kids, to your cousin, to your roommate, to your friend. And you can, on Friday night, Saturday night, play a game of Magic against each other and see how it goes. And then you can slowly build that deck out with better and more cards. What's up, Juan Ortega? Welcome to the stream, Juan Ortega. Thank you for being here. What? Oh, what? They're saying holy. What? What? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. All right. So, going back here for a second. So we've got again a great starter kit. I have one similar. Do I have it here? I have it here back here if anybody wants to see kind of like how this looks. Let me see. I think I have it somewhere here. Hold on. Alright, so this look at that. When you don't turn it on, it doesn't turn on. That's interesting. I mean I wouldn't have who would have thought? Who would have thought? Thanks for being here, Juan Ortega. Let's go back to the top down, and there you go. So this is a very similar starter kit. In fact, it's the newer version of the starter kit that you have in the carousel. This one in the carousel at 1010. And again, you're going to get two decks for you to play against each other. Inside, you're also going to get a little book with the rules and everything you need to play the game. Plus, the one in the carousel actually is also an MTG Arena kit. So you're going to get two digital copies of the decks for you to play the digital Magic the Gathering whenever you want. All right, whenever you want. Look, Fossy McFoss with a hello to Juan Ortega. Look at that. Oh yeah. We're communicating across realms. Thank you, Fossy McFoss. Rocking socks as always, Foss. Thank you so much. Now, for if you really want to get started now with Commander instead of Standard, one thing you could do is get that Sliver deck. That Sliver deck is a little bit more advanced. It's not a beginner deck. It's a tough deck. It's a tough deck. So maybe you've gotten your feet wet a little bit with Magic, or maybe you're the kind of person like, you know what? I don't want to start with training wheels. I just want to jump straight in. So that deck right there at $78 is an excellent Commander deck. It's a Commander Masters deck. So you're gonna get really good cards. And slivers are well known in the world of Magic because they are annoying and they always come back and we don't like them. But it's a fun way to get into whether you want to play Commander, you want to play Standard. Two products today on deal. Plus, you can put the pre-order again for the brand new set that comes out on April the 19th, including Commander decks. So you're like, maybe you're set. Okay, I'm gonna play Commander because that's what Alex talks about. But I want one of the new set because the Western theme is something that speaks to me. Awesome. Get that pre-order in. I can give you a link if you want to, or it's available here on Amazon. Get the pre-order and you will get it April 19th or maybe the 20th. Sometimes it comes a day later, but you will get it that weekend. All right, so that's Magic the Gathering. One of the other things on deal today that I did want to talk about is, of course, Lego. We've got two Legos. Technically, I only put one in the carousel because the second one is one that I don't have. Wait, oh, I was like, where's Mario? So many of you guys might are familiar with the fact that we've done Mario, right? Mario, Lego, the Mario Adventures for Lego, or Super Mario Adventures Lego. And if you see behind us here, we've got an entire level built out with the Princess Castle, the fortress. King Boo is doing king things over there. We've got Bowser himself. We got a lot of Boos, a lot of Shy Guys, etc., etc., etc. One of the things that's there also on deal today that I didn't add to the carousel, but I can if you want me to, is this. Let me show you. I will show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. So this essentially is a power-up. Whoops. A power-up for Mario. Many of you guys might remember the frog power-up from previous games. Let me go ahead and move this a little bit. There we go. There we go. So this is from 2021. Very simple. I mean, it's the power-up. So if you wanted to do a level, you could build, as a project. What's up, Ed? Welcome to the stream, Ed. Thanks for, tuning in. Good to see you. But hold on. Is this Big Ed or Little Ed? Let me know. If you are planning, maybe you make this kind of like a weekend project, right? With your kids, by yourself, you're going to build in maybe a more water-based level of Mario using whatever you have. Maybe you have a couple bullet bills. We have so I have, you know what, now that I think about it, I'm looking back here, I don't really have any water based levels, but there are some, and I can point you in the right direction if you want as well. Look, let me see if I can show you the world. Mario, let's see. Like, for example, see, here's one. There are a couple. So this one is called Dory's Beachfront Expansion, right? So this is water-based and features Dory, of course. You also have, there's one more. Hold on, let me go back here. I'm going to go back. See, for example, this one. This one is the Shipwreck, Dory's Sunken Shipwreck, right? So there are a couple of things that you can get that are more water-based. And then if you want like a very cool kind of like weekend project, you can create a water-based level using these expansions, and then you switch your Mario out for the frog power-up, and you've kind of just done a fun little project. Maybe you can do it with your kids, you can do it by yourself, whatever works for you, in creating something pretty unique, and you can maybe display it on some sort of shelf somewhere around your house. So if you want to get the power up alone, again, I do want to stress, our friend Mario does not come on as part of this power up right here, or I should say right there, at $6.99. It's what you're essentially going to be doing is you're going to change the blue bottom, right, and the hat. So that's what you're going to be doing with that. So the power up at $6.99. And then when it comes to the other Lego on deal today, this is the one that I wanted to feature because it's what we have actually. It's a really nice one. And I know some of you guys expressed interest back during Valentine era of getting these awesome pair of roses. And if you guys see behind us here, we can see it on this webcam right over there, right? And you can see it on our main one over there as well. So we built these for Valentine's just recently, and it was a really fun time. And I know many of you guys really enjoyed the build. So if you're thinking like, hey, you know what? Maybe I can get something to do with my significant other for Easter. Maybe you're looking to, I mean, they have it here as an Easter basket stuffer to build together. True. You could do something where together with your significant other, with your kids, or just with your roommate, with your mom, with your dad. Well, I don't know, but I mean, who knows? Maybe you can build a really fun Lego that then you can display with you afterwards. So let me grab this real quick. And of course, this is something that you could, you get these two, but then you get some of the other bouquet of flowers, right? Which we have right above here, and I'll grab them here in a second. The wildflower bouquet or the flower or the regular flower bouquet, and you can add them, right? And you can kind of create a nice little bouquet of flowers for the home. And these are not going anywhere anytime soon because they obviously don't require any water or anything. So they're very easy to take care. So $11.99 the price, a really nice price for the two Legos. Something that you're going to kind of like a fun experience for you to do with with somebody you care about, or maybe just by yourself. That's a-okay too. A-okay too. Any questions on the roses? Who is gonna accept this rose? Small Ed is going. Have a good one, Small Ed. See you later. Thank you for stopping by, Small Ed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What else do we have today? So we spoke about the Lego. We spoke about the brand new Magic. I kind of don't want it to cover the. I really am running out of space. As part of the Lego experience, of course, you can also get. This one is not on deal today, but it's one that we've been building, and we kind of have to finish the last few at some point. And we're talking, of course, about the tiny plants. Tiny plants, part of the botanical collection as well. With 758 pieces total, they're a really fun bunch. You essentially are building 3 at a time. We've built 1, 2, 3, and then we did 1, 2, 3, and now the 3 that we're missing are these 3 in the middle, the cacti per se. These are the carnivorous plants, which we already did. These I'm not sure. I don't remember what the thing about these 3 was, and then the 3 sort of cacti available there as well. Alex, do you think this is a good Mother's Day gift? 110%. Why? Because I think it kind of adds something where you can do something for yourself, and build it and give it to mom already built, right? That is one option. It could also be that you get the box and say, hey, mom, let's build this together and chat, right? Many times, depending on age or whatnot, we don't spend as much time with our moms as much as maybe we wanted to. So this is a nice opportunity to go maybe on, whether you do it on Mother's Day or maybe a week after or whenever, you can actually kind of get together and have a building session. And they're not gonna take long, especially if there's 2 people. And same with the roses, right? The roses also make a great deal. Any of the botanical collection is a great option for Mother's Day, so we get a little bit closer there, which that's gonna take place in early May. Early May. So that is the Lego stuff. So, Duke, I mean, I think it's a great gift for mom or for anybody really, and a nice little thing to do on the weekends. Now, since we're in the game section, I might as well just kind of finish the game section, and we'll move around. We continue in. I've checked actually on the back end. A lot of you guys, or a lot of people, I don't know if it's you guys or who, but a lot of people have been getting this starter deck for Lorcana, and it's for good reason, right? It's literally along with Star Wars Unlimited, which we're going to talk about at some point. The feedback and the review and just the buzz around Lorcana is incredible. A tournament the other day, they did kind of like a little organized tournament in different cities, and it sold out in seconds of going live. So I know from some, people that I talk to, hobby shops that I follow or that I frequent or that I'm friends with or whatnot. Their Lorcana events are packed. It's all of a sudden become a ginormous game to compete in size, at least right now, with Magic and Pokemon. Is it gonna last as long as Magic and Pokemon have? Who knows? We'll see, right? But right now, huge. So if you want to be one of those people and you want to get into it, you can get a starter deck that looks exactly like this, whether you get first chapter, second chapter, or the Into the Inklands chapter. It doesn't matter. The one on deal today is second chapter 2, which is The Rise of the Floodborn. If you get it, you're going to get a lot of cards that look kind of like this. Obviously, I got this starter deck right here, which features Aladdin and Cruella de Vil. Which, by the way, where is Cruella? Where is Cruella? Oh, look at that. Where is Cruella? There's Cruella. So Cruella is one of the main characters in this particular deck. Cruella de Vil, miserable as usual. You'll be sorry. When this character is challenged and banished, you may return chosen character to the player's hand. So, the idea behind Lorcana, this is a trading card game by Ravensburger in partnership with Disney. And what you get is cards featuring some of your favorite Disney characters from animated series and animated films. Of course, I just showed you Cruella de Vil, but for example, you also have the one and only Donald Duck, Boisterous Fowl. You have Aladdin, Prince Ali, Jasper, Rapunzel, right? And the art is not kind of like, looks, aka it looks like it or whatnot. It is officially licensed, so these are the actual Disney files. And exactly here we have Mickey Mouse, others that are well known. I'm trying to see Captain, Captain, my Captain, right? Who else do we have? Another Aladdin, but this one is Prince Ali. Right? So the idea is, if you want to get into this trading card game, quickly becoming one of the hot risers per se in trading card games and tabletop games in general. You can get the starter deck for Chapter 2, The Rise of the Floodborn, at $12. Very simple, but it gets you what you need to start learning to play the game. And if you want to learn to play Lorcana, all you got to do is ask. I've done many demos of how to play Lorcana. It's a game that's kind of like in that middle ground between Magic and Pokemon, if you've played it. Because while it's not maybe as complicated as Magic might be for some people, it does not have a dedicated resource card. Many trading card games actually function off of resources. So in order to play a card, you need a certain resource. In the case of, for example, Lorcana, this is shown on the top left. On the top left right there. So this Cruella de Vil requires 2. The resource in the game is called ink. You need 2 ink to play the game. And the way you get ink is if you see, I'm going to just grab 7 cards here just to show you because that's a starter hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you see out of these 7 cards, I don't have any sort of ink card. There's no resource card to use. That's because you can use any card as resource. And the way you kind of do it is you kind of figure out, is there any one of these that I really cannot use right now, or I have no real use for it at the moment? Then you use that as ink. So for example, Pongo requires 4 ink. I have 0. So let's go ahead and put him. You flip him over. He becomes ink with which to write a story, as the saying goes. And I'm going to go ahead immediately use that ink to tell the Sergeant Tips story. Notice how he requires 1 ink, and I can go ahead and place him down and start playing the game against my opponent. The goal of the game is to get to 20 lore Lore is the score per se that you keep, and essentially your characters, like Sergeant Tibbs and others, are gonna go on quests out. And when they quest, they give you lore equal to this little symbol on the right. In this case, Sergeant Tibbs gives you one, but there are other cards. For example, this Aladdin gives you two. And there's others also around that give you three. I know I have the Mad Hatter somewhere. Where are you, Mad Hatter? There's a Mad Hatter. If you go questing with the Mad Hatter, he comes back with 3 lore. The first one to 20 lore wins the game. So that is Lorcana in a nutshell. Of course, there's more to talk about, but a great way to get started is with our this special chapter 2, Rise of the Floodborn starter deck at $12. We got Ling Yao. Ling Yao, welcome to the stream. What is my favorite Disney movie? That's a good question. Actually, I don't know. Do we include Pixar in that, or do we just, or like original Disney? I feel like that's a good. I was not prepared for that question, even though I feel like it's something maybe that I should know. Sorry, it was vibrating. I wasn't sure what was going on. Disney, not a Pixar. I like Aladdin. I think Aladdin has nice music. I think Robin Williams as the genie kind of steals the show. Aladdin is very good. I'm trying to think what else. Aladdin. The Lion King is good, even though it makes you cry like a baby at times. I mean, and from the newer ones, I'm trying to go. What about some of the newer ones? I'm having trouble. Like, what is Pixar and what is non-Pixar? I mean, the music in I don't, Frozen. I mean, Frozen is okay, but the music in Frozen is really nice. But I think Aladdin is my take. For Pixar, I would say Toy Story. For Pixar, to me, I think it's actually Wall-E. Wall-E to me is such a good movie, and with like I really like how they were able to deliver a movie that it hits you in the feels, with not a lot of dialogue, right? Most of the dialogue is just Eva or Wall-E, right? There's not a whole lot of dialogue, but I personally, you still kind of like get hit in the feels with these two. So to me, Wall-E is the best Pixar ever done. IMO. Is that Megan? Welcome to the stream. Julia is saying, I love the old Disney movies. How old are we talking? Wall-E, yeah? You cry like a little baby? It's okay. It's okay. We all cry like little babies. Sometimes we have to, Sometimes we have to. It is what it is. All right, let's jump real quick. 1990. Yeah, so like we were talking about it. What is your favorite, Julia? And Megan out there, Megan, what is your favorite Disney film? I said Aladdin. From like I'm thinking like the 90s, 80s, 90s animated. To me, I think it's Aladdin. But what about you, Julia? What about you? Let us know. Now, Pixar are non 3D movies. Non Pixar are not. Well, but for example, hold on, like what is isn't Frozen 3D or like Moana? Those are non-Pixar, right? I think those are non-Pixar. Yeah, those are non-Pixar, I think. Dalmatian 101 Dalmatians, says Terry Quick. I know, go watch Wally this weekend. I've watched it actually. Like it actually also became one of my son's favorite films. So I've watched it on repeat at times. Like there were days that it would end and it would say again. I'm like, but I mean, I'm like, when I remember telling Christy also, when we all things considered, if this is the movie we gotta watch a million times, I'm not complaining. But we've also watched Finding Nemo now several times, and Moana. That's where we're at today. That's where we're at today. All right, let's talk for a moment. How many people are big Star Wars fans? Any do we have any big I mean it's not a big jump, right, to go from Disney to Star Wars because ownership. How many people are big Star Wars fans? And I ask because there's a lot of great deals today on different Star Wars inspired games. So let's talk about the three main ones before we move on here. We got Ike Taff, question mark. Welcome to the stream. Can we all welcome Ike Taff? What's up, Ike Taff? I love Baby Yoda and the Ewoks. Does that count? It does count. I think it can count. I think it can count. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Uh-oh, there went Mario. No, he's okay. He's okay. He just lost his hat. His hat is over there, but there's Mario. So, let's talk for a second about Star Wars. Ike Taff, are you there? Ike Taff. I think Ike Taff has never been maybe on Amazon Live, and I'm trying to answer his question or their question, but I don't know if they're there. I don't know if they're there. Are you there? Oh. No, Ike Taff does not appear to be there. All right, so let's love Star Wars, says Julia. All right, so let's talk about there's 3 different games available today here on Amazon for you to get. Some are expansions of the game, some are the full thing. So let's talk about it. We begin, actually, there's 4. I lied. There's 4. So let's begin. We're going to begin with Star Wars Villainous. So Villainous is by Ravensburger, I believe. And it's a really fun game. This one is inspired by Star Wars, and it's kind of, it's called Scum and Villainy. Scum and Villainy, yes it is, yes it is. There's Ike Taff. Can you hear us, Ike Taff? Ike Taff, can you hear us? Over. Let us know if you can hear us, Ike Taff. Maybe I should type again because maybe they have us on mute. Let's see if Ike Taff can hear us. So let's go back to Star Wars Villainous. So Villainous, many of you guys might have seen. Is anybody familiar with the Villainous game system? Because it's not just Star Wars. It's not just this. They have a ton. Take a look here. Villainous, the board game. Right? If we go here, if you see all of these. Yeah, and this is a really, really fun game. Not too complicated to play. Not too complicated to play. And it's available both as an expansion as a standalone. The one on deal today that I was trying to open. Let's see here. Let me show you this real quick. All of this available on Amazon. There's several different iterations, let's call it, of Villainous. Even look down here. We have Marvel and Venom. Right? So all sorts of different properties for you to play with. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, there's the Wicked Witch. You have, of course, What's a green witch called? It's not the witch. I mean, there's a oh my goodness. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, so you have that, and you have Star Wars, of course. This is the one on deal today, and it's a kind of like expand alone, as they call it here, because you could use it with the other Darth Vader themed villainous as a kind of like an expansion to that, or you can play with these by itself. One features Darth Vader and the villains from the Empire and that POV, whereas the Scum and Villainy feature bounty hunters and the like, right? Here are your game pieces that you're going to be using, which is pretty cool, right? And this is available today at $24.60, 18% off. I can't. All right, Ike Taff, welcome to the stream. We got Kaylee. What's up, Kaylee? Welcome to the stream. Ike Taff, glad you can hear us today. So, Ike Taff, is it your first time on Amazon Live? Or because your first comment was, sorry, my foot is itchy. Your first comment was question mark. Is it your first time with us, or your first time on Amazon Live? Period. I'd be absolutely honored to help you out if you have questions. So we go from a board game, right? It's sort of board / card game, because it is a board game, but it does play with a lot of cards, right? You see it kind of right there. Oh, sorry. You see it right there. And now we're going to go to, what is this? Is Haley. What's up, Haley? Welcome to the stream. Let's see if Haley can hear us. Haley, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Haley? Let's see. Hello? Haley, can you hear us? Haley? Haley, are you there? Haley? Haley, please. Please don't leave me, Haley. No, Haley, why? Why, Haley, why? Don't. But I can read, yes. Okay, well, you can try unmuting. Unmute. Haley. I think Haley and I are destined to be friends. I hope. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. I'm signing off. Have a great one. All right, cool shopper. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Have a great night. We'll be on tomorrow, but if not, we'll see you on Monday. I have no idea how to do that. I'm not very tech savvy, says Haley. Let's see. Let's see if we can help Haley. Oh my goodness, I keep doing mega typos. My MacBook Air. Okay. So MacBook Air. So I got it. Yeah, she got it. Woohoo! She got it. Welcome, Haley. Welcome to the stream. Now we can officially say welcome. And Ike Taff too. Ike Taff. Woohoo! What's going on, Haley and Ike Taff? Ike Taff. Oh, Ike Taff. No, Ike Taff. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know, what brings you in? Were you shopping for something, Haley? Were you just browsing the interwebs? Let me know in the chat. It is good to see you. I assume, am I correct in assuming, you know what they say about assuming, right? Am I correct in assuming that this might be your first time on Amazon Live? Some workout shoes. Okay. Well, it's interesting because Amazon is actually, I think, supposed to kind of show to people who are looking for stuff that we have in the carousel. So it is my first time on live. I've never seen it before. All right. Well, let me be. Am I the first one? Oh, I feel. I feel the pressure. So, Amazon Live is an interactive entertainment shopping platform on Amazon that is always there. Usually, there's always there. So there you might see up on the menu up top somewhere Amazon live streams, or you can always check it out on Amazon.com/live. Throughout the day, you're gonna see all sorts of different people chatting about things that they are experts on, or there's some great people that chat about big fashion stuff. Some people that talk about fitness. Some people that talk about work stuff. Some people talk about tech. Some people talk about games. Some people talk about all sorts of things. Tonight, for example, you happen to have stumbled upon a our stream, our little stream here that we are live every Monday through Friday from 9 p.m. till late. And we talk all things tech and games. Tech and games. So when it comes to tech, we'll look at things for your computer, for your consoles, accessories, microphones, speakers, stuff like that. And then the game section is going to focus on all sorts of games, both video games and tabletop games. So maybe Haley, are you a fan maybe of board games, or maybe card games, or anything like that? Because those are the things that we also talk about. So you should see right under, I think on MacBook Air it says right underneath here. You should see a carousel of products. Right now, it's talking about Star Wars Villainous. Because there's a lot of different Star Wars, different properties and games on deal for people to check out. Villainous is a game system by Ravensburger that kind of focuses on the villains of some of our favorite franchises. And this one is no different with the Scum and Villainy that focuses on bounty hunters. And so you have Cat. Oh man, why am I blanking on his name? Obviously, Boba Fett is one, but what I can't remember the other two. Can't remember the other two. OMG, barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce. I mean, you see him right there. I can't remember the name for some reason. But in essence, this is a really fun game. Not really tough to learn. 10 and up, that you could also use as an expansion to the original Villainous Star Wars featuring Darth Vader. Now, we also talk, if you take a look here, Haley, about all sorts of games. So I don't know if you've ever played Clue, Monopoly, Catan, Wingspan. I almost said Wormspan. Wingspan. We also have a section here for party games. We have a section for role-playing games such as Dungeons and Dragons. We have Star Wars X-Wing, which is one of the items on deal today we're going to talk about. We have Lego, of course. We already spoke about Lego. Have you ever built a Lego, Haley? Oh man, I need to get that music out of there. I also happen to be a musician, so I would like to see some microphones. Legos I have, well, you see. So normally, many times we will every single Lego that you see here, we've built it live here as we sit here. We have a conversation, and many times we announce it ahead of time so you at home can get it as well, and we can build it together as we chat. And so you feel like if you're at home alone, you're able to build it with somebody, and not just. Don't get me wrong. Building in alone and in silence can be a very therapeutic thing. But if you want to build it with somebody, sometimes we build some of these together. Tonight on deal, we have some really cool Lego roses. The red roses right there, a pair of them, are on deal today for about $11-12. What was the price? I already forgot. $11.99. So I was kind of like in the middle. $11.99 for a pair of those red ones. Obviously, I have more than a pair, but if you want to get two of those at $11.99, you can get that. So that's the kind of stuff. So the goal many times of our streams and everybody else's streams is to, maybe feature items that are on deal that you might want to jump on because you're going to save some money, and also do product demonstrations. Sometimes we'll just show something that's on the screen, but other times, like literally right before you joined us, I was explaining how to play Lorcana, a card game based on some of our favorite characters from Disney. It is an officially licensed game from Disney where you can play with, um, you know, Pongo, or maybe you want to play with Iago, or maybe you want to play with Sergeant Tips, or the Mad Hatter, or Aladdin, or himself also, Mickey Mouse, right? So I just showed that, and we have, for example, today on deal, a really nice starter deck for this game. Now, let me know if anybody, I know I paused there for a second. Let me know if anybody has any questions on what we've spoken about so far. Because if not, I'd like to kind of continue with the conversation about Star Wars. So, who was the other? Iaktaf. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. Maybe do you play Iaktaf? Are you a techie? Do you like tech? Because that's the other half of the stream is tech demos. And we look at things that I have around here, and I show you kind of how it works to see if maybe you want to get a new keyboard or anything like that. Now, I know you mentioned microphones. The kind of microphones that I talk about mostly are podcast microphones or streaming microphones or content creation microphones, not so much for music capture. Because you said you're a musician, for example, I have some Maono microphones, some Logitech microphones, a HyperX microphones, even a Rode microphone that is amazing. But those are, again, they're cardioid microphones meant for content creation, for streaming. So we're talking about YouTube videos, voiceover, or I mean, you could use it also for work, of course, but there are microphones like this one, for example, that I have here that are meant to be eaten up. So while they're great, I do want to point that out. They're not really meant to capture instruments. I don't know if you're a singer or when you said a musician, if you're looking for microphones to capture, guitar, drums, whatever. I don't have specialized microphones for that. Yeah, I was addressing that with mics. Yes. So when it comes to, I actually, none of my mics, and I hate to say it, I know you're gonna be like, wah, 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 wah. None of the mics that I have here today are on deal. I think the Maono dropped off. The Logitech is not on deal today. Oh, I lie. Oh, I forgot. Oh, wow. Matt Damon. We're going to have to add this at once. And I do mean at once. Not like at twice. At once. I did not see this. There is actually one of the microphones. Actually, this microphone that I use right here, literally with the boom and everything, is on deal today. I did not see that. So who needs to learn to play the game? This guy does. I'm going to add it right now to 22% off for literally the one that I'm using. This little one with RGB component. You can just press a button there and change the colors. And let me go ahead and show it here on screen for you guys to see. Got 4 hours left, so this will not, guaranteed, will not be there tomorrow. So anybody out there that is looking for a microphone, you are literally listening to right now me being captured through said microphone. It's very cool. It has a couple of really cool features. We're starting obviously with the RGB. It does have a mic mute button as well. A mic mute button goes right. So very easy to play. So whether you're about to sneeze or you gotta ask mama for the meatloaf, you can just quickly mute it and kind of be done with it. It also has a great mic gain feature. So if you're coming in a little bit low, a little bit high, a little bit loud, you can, twist this knob right down here to change the gain. So for example, I'm going to put it right now at the lowest. Lowest, lowest, lowest. Can you guys even hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. But now, look, I'm going to twist it again. We're going to twist, 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 twist. And now it's probably a lot louder. So it's very easy to do it as opposed to having to go into settings. So that's another really cool feature of this Maono microphone. And if you want the exact, where's the meatloaf? I know. Mom, the meatloaf. We want it now. Actually, no, Mom's not here. But the point of the matter is, you also get the boom, right? It's not just the microphone. You get the boom that attaches to your desk. So now you are able to kind of move it around however you want, right? And all for $38.24. $38.24 for this exact item that I'm using, the DGM-20S. Obviously, I mean, needless to say, I like it. I use it. Period. And so if you like, now, of course, one of the things that I have to mention is that it is a condenser mic. So what does that mean? We gotta eat it, right? So right now I'm speaking right next to it, and it should hopefully sound okay. The moment that I, for example, do this, and now I am 2 feet away from it, roughly 2 feet, I'm gonna guess you guys cannot hear me all that well, right? When I was 2 feet away, you couldn't really hear it. So this is not the microphone to put in the middle of a table to capture like 10 people around it. Instead, it's a kind of microphone that you're looking for, again, for content creation, for YouTube voiceover, or if you're doing a video podcast, if you're looking for work, maybe if you want to have a really good microphone to capture your voice as opposed to, like, no, don't do AirPods. I mean, you can if you never take a call or you take one in a blue moon, but if you spend most of your day working from home on Zoom, Chime, Teams, or Meet calls, get a microphone. What's up, Erilyn? Welcome to the stream. There's Miss Addison. Welcome to the stream, Miss Addison. Thank you for joining us tonight. And also, we have A. Wilson. What's up, A. Wilson? I like it and use it too. You see? And look, this one, the one on deal today is actually the one with the boom. The other day we were talking about it, A. Wilson, with the desktop stand, but now the boom itself also $38.24. It is though. It is 83% claimed. 83% claimed. So if you're looking for this, again, not only does it end in 4 hours, but it is 80% claimed. It's not going to last forever and ever. And depending on where you live, you might be able to get it even tomorrow, or if you're a Prime member, the day after. Like for me personally, where I am, it's literally saying that if I wanted to, I could have it overnighted here by 8 a.m. So I'm sure depending on where you live, you might be able to get it immediately, or at least you might be able to get it in a day or two at most. So it is a great deal there. Hey, Wilson, how's your day going? Hey, Wilson, we actually missed it. We were talking earlier about Magic the Gathering. Did you see the brand new Outlaws at Thunder Junction first look? And the trailer and some of the new cards? Did you see Oko? Did you see Jace? Did you see Vraska? OMG, OMG. I saw a trailer. It looks good. It looks good. Oko is back to once again break the internet. I like the new Oko. I mean, he's not as overpowered, I don't think, as the one from the original Drain. So I guess that's a plus, right? That's a plus. That's a plus. I kind of like, that Jace is back. Vraska's back to a degree. And there's a few other people back. The one that I have no idea. Yeah, Super Broco. Do you know? I have a question. I mean, I obviously a Google search would solve this, but I was thinking about this today earlier. Do we have story wise any idea where my girl Lily is? I feel like I have not seen Lily in a set since when? Like War of the Spark? Or did she come back maybe for the Innistrad? I don't. Was she in the Innistrad block? I don't know if she was. Where is Lily? I mean, I think Lily survived the War of the Spark, but she was not a part of the Phyrexian. I don't think. Or did I miss it? She has to be somewhere. Where is Liliana Vess? Strixhaven as a professor. Um, let me see if I can quickly find. Let's see. Obviously, we go. Return to the War of the Spark. Forsaken. Liliana was completely distraught and heartbroken even after defeating Bolas because of Gideon's demise. Jace tried to comfort her and warn her that she needed to leave quickly because staying in Ravnica was dangerous. She took Bolas' spirit gem and planeswalked away as Saheeli shut down the immortal sun again. So she went to do many things. Then she was on Arcavius, and there was a homecoming against the Phyrexians. So, okay, so I see this, I didn't know. Liliana traveled back to Dominaria to help her former teammates against the new Phyrexia impending invasion of the multiverse. She wasn't a part of the Planeswalker strike force that set out to destroy the Realmbreaker on New Phyrexia, but together with Ren, Chandra, and Vivian, she took refuge in one of her cabins on the plane, a placeholder for her soon-to-be reconstructed manor, and anxiously awaited the return of the team. Then, when the survivors returned, they were devastated to learn what had happened. Liliana was shaken, most of all, with Jace's failure. Feeling Dominaria had enough defenders on its own, she left to defend Strixhaven despite Chandra's pleas to join her on the raid to New Phyrexia. Then Liliana determined the invocation of the founders would be a powerful spell against interplanar intrusion. But with most professors and many students completed, only a small group of students let me see. The invocation, while incomplete, bought Strixhaven a much needed reprieve. Liliana took this time to reanimate an army of zombies from Strixhaven's deepest catacombs, vowing to protect the survivors of the school for as long as she could. So that's it, I guess. So that's what's up. Mr. Alex, what's going on, Mr. Alex? Welcome to the stream. We got Ava. What's up, Ava? Welcome to the stream. Ava. Oh, sorry, Ava. I missed you on YouTube. How you doing, Ava? Good to see you. Thank you for being there. I wonder why it did not pop up. Oh no, Happy G. So I mean, according to what I just read, last we heard she defended Strixhaven from the baddies, and that's it. And she's chilling there. I'm sure she's gonna come out at some point somewhere and do something. But we don't know what. Oh, you know what? Aren't we going to a kind of spooky one later on in the year? Maybe there? Maybe she appears there again? So Happy G, if you want to be a part of the stream, I invite you to be a part of it. But not with that kind of stuff. Because if not, we know we have to release the Kraken. And by the Kraken, I mean the band saver from our friend here. Where's our friend? Oh, she's back there. I can't reach her, but you got to believe me that back here we have Ahsoka with her dual lightsaber in Lego form. And we've done it where if she moves her arms like this, zun, you're band sabered. And you can no longer chat. So I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So let's try to not do that. Should we try to not do that? Maybe. Try to not do that. So anyway, I guess Liliana is back there. Maybe we'll see her at some point, some way, somehow, somewhere, somewhere. All right, there we go. Just one. I see we have the same name. Lol. It is true. We do. We do. Are you copying me or did I copy you? That's the question. That's the question. Anyway, all right. So let's keep going. Unless there's any questions, we were talking before the whole magic and the microphone. Man, I kind of went on a mega tangent, and I do mean a mega tangent there for a second. It happens. It happens. It happens. It will probably happen again too. So let's talk for a second about Star Wars. We're talking about Star Wars. There's a lot of different Star Wars games that you might want to jump on if you, your family, your friends, your significant other, if you guys are fans of Star Wars, there's different kinds of games for you to jump into if you're looking for a new game. We already spoke about a Villainous, a board slash card game, board game from Ravensburger that again looks at the villains in many of Disney's most famous franchises, and it's a great 10 and up game, so it's not really complicated, and a fun game nonetheless. Now, next up there we have the Star Wars Legion. Now, Legion is one of the items that I don't have behind me, even though I have a ton of stuff from Star Wars, notably right here. Legion is a tabletop game with a miniature tabletop game in the Star Wars universe. So if you've ever heard of Warhammer, you've heard of Lord of the Rings, the miniature game, essentially, or Bolt Action. What you are going to be doing to play this game is you're going to get, and actually have here to the side. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know. I'll grab it. You're going to get these characters and these people, in this case, the Dark Troopers, on a gray sprue, a plastic sprue. So it's kind of like part game, part hobby. You're going to need to assemble with plastic glue, kind of assemble it together following instructions like you would assemble a model plane or a model car. And then you got to paint it. You actually take on you got to get some paint and paint it to the best of your, what's up, Connor? Welcome to the stream. Paint it to the best of your ability. And there's a ton of videos that are going to teach you how to paint miniatures. In particular, maybe there might be some for literally the Dark Troopers, so you can kind of follow, follow slowly. So Star Wars Legion is a miniature tabletop game by Fantasy Flight Games. Did Atomic Mass Games take over this too? Yes, Atomic Mass Games, actually, not Fantasy Flight Games. That plays in it's a longer game, right? The goal is to have your army of little dudes against your opponent's army of little dudes, and there's different dice, different rules, different movement for you to take advantage of, and the goal is to either do certain objectives or take out your opponent. And how do you take them out? Well, you can shoot at them, right, with your lasers, pew pew lasers, and you roll some dice to determine whether or not you hit them. So if you want to get into Star Wars Legion, there's great starter sets, but there's a lot of stuff. Look, I'm going to search for you right now. There's a lot of stuff on deal. So even if you don't plan on playing the game, take a look down here. Even if you don't plan playing the game, look, even Ahsoka is on deal. I did not see this one. Ahsoka is on deal as well, right? So there you see the miniature that you would be getting. Of course, it's up to you to paint it, right? So how good it comes out, it depends on you. But $13.99. So again, whether you want to play the game or maybe you're just a hobbyist and you want to be able to just assemble, paint, and display some of your favorite Star Wars characters, you can do it like that as well, right? So see, notice how it says there, I don't know if you guys see it in the gray, contains unpainted plastic miniatures that require assembly. So do keep that in mind. I don't want you guys thinking like, oh, I get this and I get a mini Ahsoka. Well, you do, but then you got to assemble it and paint it. The game is great. It is a 2-3 hour long game. So it's meant to be played kind of like on a weekend afternoon or a weekend evening, not so much like let's play it at a 15-minute game. All right, so that Star Wars Legion, whether you want the Dark Troopers at $29.99, I just showed you Ahsoka Tano at $13.99. They have several different deals to be had for Star Wars Legion. Now, moving on, we continue in Star Wars, and the next item on deal today is Star Wars X-Wing. Now, this is a game that I do have, and we've played here many times. Star Wars X-Wing is that box right there. That is the starter set for Star Wars X-Wing. That is available today, not on Mega Deal, but discounted. I'm going to show you here right now on your screen. So this is what I got. If you see their last purchase in 2022. So this is what is right up there that you just saw at $33.59. This comes with all the. This is a must buy if you want to get into this game. This game plays a lot quicker than Legion would, and it's meant to be a skirmish tabletop game using miniatures, but it's squadron versus squadron. So I'm sure you've seen in many Star Wars movies how at different points, TIE fighters and X-Wings meet in the air or in space, and they go pew pew. That is in general the idea behind Star Wars X-Wing. But the cool thing about this, or the good thing for maybe some of you are going to be like, yes, these miniatures actually come already assembled and already painted. The starter set that I just showed you comes with 2 TIE fighters and an X-Wing. Let me show you that real quick. All right. So when we're looking at Star Wars X-Wing, let me remove this Lorcana. We already spoke about. You would be getting miniatures that look like this, right? And the goal of the game is to these two say face against this one, and you gotta, take your opponent down, just like the other games. In order to see if you shoot, there's gonna be movement that is determined by a dial, and if you're watching and you want a more in-depth look at the game, I am 100% happy to do it. I'm going to kind of gloss over it now, but if you're really interested, hey, I want to know more, tell me and we'll do it. But there's a little dial that allows you to, do the movement, and you're going to do the movement, right? And then after the movement, you attempt to shoot your opponent down. In order to shoot your opponent down, you roll some dice to see, if are you lucky enough to roll nicely on the dice and shoot your opponent down. Whoever shoots, eliminates the other opponent, the other squadron wins the game. Normally this can be a 45 minute to an hour. Sometimes it can go longer, potentially. 2 players, 14 and up, it says. I think 14 is not really required. I think you can probably start a little bit under that. Legion probably want to wait till you're playing with teenagers that can hold the attention span, because Legion is more of a 2-3 hour game, whereas this can play a little bit faster, but it's still an hour game. So whoever you're going to be playing with, you probably want to make sure that they can at least sit down for 45 to an hour. Now, what's on deal today when it comes to Star Wars X-Wing? Again, I showed you the starter kit is pretty nicely discounted at 30% off, $47.99 there. Or $33.59 down from $47.99. But on deal today is actually a lot of great stuff that I do recommend you guys take a look. And some of the stuff I do have here with me, so I'm going to show you in just a second if I can. These are the items on deal today, and they include actually that squadron pack. If you want to play the Empire, is an excellent starter kit, or a way to get started with it. $32.99 gets you 3 ships. You probably get 1 or 2 more, and you're good to go forever and ever. This is not something like, oh well, I'm good for now, but then later. I mean, with those 3, you can play a game, no question. But most games are played at 20 points, which usually for the Empire it's maybe 6-7 ships, maybe, right? So there are 6 ships. It really depends who you're playing. But the point is, $32.99. If I wanted to play Empire, I would be getting that 3-ship kit, the Squadron Pack. It's excellent. There's also other ships available discounted today, including some ships that you might be familiar with. For example, you see there on your screen at 35.49 the Ghost. If you've played, if you've watched Rebels or some of the other animated features, you might actually remember a ship called Ghost. So this game does include all your favorite ships. If you want to play with the Mandalorian ship, you can play with that. What's it called? The Razor Crest. You can play with that. I have back here also the Millennium Falcon. If you want to play with that, you want Luke's T-65. Look, this is literally Luke Skywalker in his X-wing. So you can play with your favorite ships, and many of them on deal today. If for any reason in the universe that I don't understand, but maybe you're more a fan of the newest trilogy, they also have there's also ships from the new, what's it called, the new order, the First Order. If you would rather play in that trilogy than the original trilogy, or even the second one. Any questions on any of that I've been doesn't look like? Okay. So the last item when it comes to Star Wars, we're talking also about Edge of the Empire. And this is actually a starter game, a starter kit. So by show of hands in the chat, how many people enjoy role-playing games? So we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons, which we were maybe going to play tonight, but I believe our friend Jean-Jo, I have not seen Jean-Jo today. I know Fossy McFosfos is somewhere back there, but I don't see Jean-Jo. So we might leave it maybe for tomorrow. Maybe we build a Lego later. We'll figure it out. But so if you're familiar with role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons, obviously. Thank you, Foss. If you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games in general, D&D, by the way, is celebrating 50 years of role-playing games, or it's 50 years of D&D this year. So expect there's a lot of stuff, and there's no better time than right now to get into Dungeons and Dragons. I'll say that 50th anniversary, lots of new releases, a brand new updated version coming out a little bit later this year. We just had the film. We had the game that won best game of the year for video games last year was a Dungeons and Dragons game. No better time than right now to jump into D&D. But if you like role-playing games in general, and by the way, let's welcome Michelle Cardenas. So Michelle, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here, Michelle. A very happy Thursday to you. If it's your first time on Amazon Live, let me know. Or first time here with us, let me know. Oh, Chrissy sent me a couple message. Anyway, if you're looking to get started, so let's say you've played D&D, or you're a big fan of Star Wars again, and you want to play a role-playing game set in the Star Wars world. Here is the introduction of Edge of the Empire. So this is by Edge Studio, a division of Asmodee or Asmodee Games. And it's kind of like an intro. So most of Villainous is for everybody. Legion it wasn't a starter kit. You had to get the game itself. In X-Wing, I showed you the starter kit, but the items on deal were individual ships. So you still would need to get the starter kit or something, or the individual pieces to learn to play the game. This right here is 100% self-contained. This is your beginner adventure and everything you need to go learn to play Edge of the Empire, a Star Wars role-playing game. Right, so this is three to five players, I believe it is. Yeah, 3 to 5 players. You do need at least 3 players to do any sort of role-playing game, because usually there's a GM, somebody and you need at least 2 people on the other side. This is, though, again, a 100% starter adventure where you learn how to play the game. So super newbie friendly. It says ages 10 and up. Role playing games can kind of go back and forth. I think you can start. I've played Dungeons and Dragons with younger than 10, I think. Not by much. Maybe 10. Okay. Oh, okay. Fine. But 10 years old, I think is a great point to get started with role playing games. So this is awesome. You get pre-generated characters. You get the rules. It's an easy adventure for you to teach and follow. So if you wanted to ever start your role-playing adventure with Star Wars in a really fun Star Wars game, this is it. And today on deal at 30% off, $28. $28. So check it out. Edge of the Empire, a beginner's game in the world of Star Wars for an RPG game, on deal today. All right. So that was a lot of Star Wars. Wow. I feel like today we were like in a galaxy far, far away. Any questions about any of the Star Wars items that I just talked about, or anything that anything in the carousel? This is a moment of pause for anybody I would like to ask any particular questions. I'm going to get you something to drink real quick and answer the questions as I get back. All right. Any questions? Well, I mean, I don't think there's any questions at the moment. We're approaching 10:47 here on the East Coast. We've been on for about an hour and a half, a little more than an hour and a half. We've kind of spoken about it. Pudgy McGee has a confession. Blum, 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 blum. Go for it. You have a let me guess. You went back to Starfield. You were like, I can't stay away from Starfield. You are not married, Pudgy McGee. You've in the 3 years that I've known you, you've never mentioned a wife. So we spoke pretty much about all the game items so far. We spoke about all the game items so far. So now it's time to talk about some of the tech items. Any questions, or does anybody want me to address any particular item in the tech section? In the tech section. I don't know, different last names. Different last names. Plus, I don't know. All right, so let me just see real quick. Obviously, a lot of clicks from you guys on the Star Wars stuff that we just went through. Don't forget this mic is on deal right now, but won't be for much longer. And don't forget to check out the Lego roses behind us today. All right. So, with that said, I see the time. So I don't see any questions in the chat, and what I'm thinking here a little bit is, I have to actually finish. Well, I have to finish taxes. I haven't I have to finish Texas, so I'm thinking I might jump on that. Before I go to bed. So I think we're gonna call the stream a little bit early today, a little bit early. So because I just have to finish that, and I know tomorrow I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time to do it. Because I'm gonna be in duty and doing a couple of other work items. So we're gonna go ahead and call the stream a little bit early. I hope uh you know nobody's crying at home. I'm sure nobody is. Tomorrow we'll be back at 9 p.m. Eastern though for more tech and games. We'll see if we can do our D&D night tomorrow, or maybe we build the Lego. We'll see which one of the two we do, but we'll do one of the two. Or a community game night. Maybe we can play a game as well. Maybe a game that's on deal. We'll see what's on deal and what might be worth playing. So from all of us here at the Mega Studio, the producer, the cameraman, the everybody, thank you guys for joining tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow 9 p.m. Eastern. What's up, Matt? Thanks for the comment, Matt. Not really Pudgy McGee or Budgie McGee. Thanks, Matt, for the comment. Did you just get here, Matt, or have you been here for a bit? So yeah, so I will tomorrow we'll be back at 9 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget, please hit that follow button so that you can get notification tomorrow. No worries, Matt. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, A. Wilson, also for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, for more. I hope you guys have a great evening and a very happy Friday to everybody. Let's go to music. And I'll see you guys very soon. Okay. Bye.